Welcome to Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Mandir, Gopinath Bhavan, Shri Vrindavan Dham. Hey, microphone's not working. It was just a second ago. 1 second. Shri Gurudev ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Pajit Pavan Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Prem Purushottam Shachinandan Gaura Hari ki jai. राधा विनोद बिहारी राधा गोपीनाथ की जय, गिरिराज महाराज की जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, श्री गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. So we will begin with Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan is the auspicious invocation calling for the grace, the presence, the mercy, the sidelong glances of our beloved Srila Gurudev, our beloved Srila Prabhupada, our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, Patit Pavan Shri Nityananda Prabhu, Prem Purushottam Shachinandan Gaura Hari, going all the way back to the original Guru who is Krishna himself and his Guru of Prem, Vrishabhananandini Srimati Radha Thakurani. You can find Mangalacharan on page 1 of this beautiful bhajan treasure trove, Shri Gaudiya Giti Gucha, starting with Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam. Hare Krishna. Shringar, Abhi. It looks fancy. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitangscha Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Nilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayanati Namine Shri Krishna Leela Katane Sudaksham Audarya Madhurya Gunaishcha Yuktam Varang Varenyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Tvang Shirashan Namami Tridandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padabjivita Ekahriddhi Chaitanya Leela Amrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tvang Satatam Prapadye Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Gaura Presthaya Bhutale Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Itti Namine Atimartha Charitraya Swashritanancha Paline Jiva Dukhe Sadartaya Shri Nama Premadayine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Itti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Pirudhapa Siddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambodhe Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Minodayo चिरानन्दनामिने स्वरूपाय रूपानुगब्बरायते गौराविर्भावभूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्ट सजनप्रिय वैष्णवः सर्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जयतां सुरतोपङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजो राधामदनमोहनो दिव्यद्वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमः श्रीमद्रत्नागारसिंहासनस्थो श्री श्रीराधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवं प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानं स्मरामि। श्रीमन्द्रसरसारम्भीवंशीवत ततस्थितः कर्षन्वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीनाथ श्रियेष्टुनः वृन्दायै तुलसीदेव्यै प्रियायै केशवस्य च कृष्णभक्तिप्रदे देवी सत्यवत्यै नमो नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्तक्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Now we will call for the mercy of Sri Gurudev. Shri Guru Ashtakam by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. I believe it's page 265. I can be mistaken. I may be. One second. Oh, it's 255. 255. संसारो दावानललिभलोक त्राणायो कारुण्यो घनाघनत्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याणो पुनर्नवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दो महाप्रभो की तननृत्यगीत वादित्रमाद्यं मनसोरसेन रोमाञ्चकं पशु तरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दं श्रीविग्रहाराधनन्नित्य नाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरादो युक्तस्य Bhagavat Prasado Sadhvana Triptan Hari Bhakta Sanghan Kritvaiva Triptin Bhajata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Shri Radhika Madhavayorparo Madhurya Leela Gunarupanamna Pratikshanashvadanalunupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vikunjayuno Radikeli Siddhyai Yayaribhir Yuktirapekshaniya Patratidaksha Ativallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastre Uktastata Bhavyata Eva Sadhi Hindu Prabhurya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya Prasada Nagati Kutopi Dhyayam Sruvam Stasya Yashastri Sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam 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 Gurudeva Jai Gurudeva Gurudeva Jai Gurudeva Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara Shri Gurudev Ki Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai Guru Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Just as I was finishing this bhajan, I was remembering what Srila Prabhupada told the devotees when they were singing this kirtan. I guess they weren't pronouncing it properly. He said, I appreciate your sentiment. Instead of saying Bande Guru, they were saying Bande Goru. And Goru means cow or an animal. And he said, I appreciate your sentiment, but it's not always appropriate to refer to your guru as a cow. So Guru and Goru, just a slight difference, just the O and the U switched. So now we will call for the mercy of the Vaishnavas. Thakur Vaishnava Pada Avanir Susampada by Narottam Das Thakur, page 38. ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব পদ অবনীর সুসম্পদ শুনো ভাই হইয়া একম আশ্রয় লইয়া ভজে তারে কৃষ্ণ নাহি ত্যাজে আর সব মোরে কারণ বৈষ্ণব চরণ প্রেম ভক্তি দিতে আর কেহ নহে বলবন্ত বৈষ্ণব চরণ রেণু মস্তকে ভূষণ বিনু আর নাহি ভূষণের অন্ত তীর্থ জল পবিত্র গুণে লিখিয়াছে পুরাণে সে সব ভক্তির প্রবঞ্চন বৈষ্ণবের পাদ দক্ষ সমনা হে সব যাতে হয়ে বাঞ্ছিত পুরাণ বৈষ্ণব সঙ্গে দেব আনন্দিত অনুক্ষণ সদা হয়ে কৃষ্ণ পর সঙ্গ সদা হয়ে কৃষ্ণ পর সঙ্গ দীন নরো তম কাদে হিয়া ধরিও নাহি বাধে মোর দশা দিন হইল ভঙ্গ মোর দশা কেন হইল ভঙ্গ জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর প্রভু কৃপা করো মোরে দয়া করো প্রভু কৃপা করো মোরে দয়া করো All Vaishnava Thakurs ki jai, Shri Srivas Thakur ki jai. Today is the disappearance anniversary of Srila Srivas Thakur, Srivas Pandit of the Panchatattva. Actually, I should be telling the mic here. Okay. Since today is the disappearance anniversary of Srivas Thakur, we will sing Jai Anilo Premadhana Karuna Prachur. Page 99 by Srila Narottam Das Thakur. যে আনিল প্রেম ধন করুণা প্রচুর হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা আচার্য ঠাকুর কাহা মোর स्वरूप रूप काहा सनातो काहा दासो रघुनाथो अद्वित काहा मोर भट्ट जुग काहा कबीराज পাষাণে কুতিব মাথা অনলে শিব গৌরাঙ্গ গুণের বিধি কোথা গেলে পাব সে সব সঙ্গীর সঙ্গে যে কইল বিলাস সে সঙ্গ না পাইয়া কাঁদে নরোত্তম দাস যে আনিল প্রেম ধন করুণা প্রভু হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর হেন প্রভু কোথা গেলা শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর জয় শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর জয় শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর জয় শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর শ্রীবাস ঠাকুর কি জয়. Now we will call for the mercy of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Was there a class this morning about Srivas Thakur? In Hindi, right? Okay. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Nitai Gunamani Amar, Nitai Gunamani by Lochan Das Thakur, page 61. Nitai Gunamani Amar, Nitai Gunamani, Nitai Gunamani Amar, Nitai Gunamani, Aniya Premero Banya, Dhashailo প্রেমের বন্যা লইয়া নিতাই আইল গৌর দেশে রুবিল ভক্ত গণ দীনহীন ভাসে দীনহীন পতিত বাছে ব্রহ্মার দুর্লভ প্রেম সবাকারে যাচে আবদ্ধ করুণা সিন্ধু কাটিয়া মুহান ঘরে ঘরে প্রেম অমিয়ারো লোচন বলে মোর নিতাই জীবানা ভজিল জানিয়া শুনিয়া সে আত্মঘাতী হইল মনি আমার নিতাই গুণমণি আনিয়া প্রেমের বন্যা ভাসাইল যবনি জয় নিত্যানন্দ রাম জয় নিত্যানন্দ রাম নিত্যানন্দ রাম নিত্যানন্দ রাম নিতাই হে নিতাই হে নিতাই হে নিতাই হে নিতাই হে গৌর হে निताय हे गौर हे पति पावन श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम श्री सचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय I have one left. It's too big to come out. One. Okay. I'll get more later. Now we will call out for the mercy of Sri Sachinandan Gaurahari along with his associates. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koramore. Page 96 by Srila Narottam Das Thakur. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य দয়া করো মোরে তোমা বিনা কে দয়ালু জগৎ সংসারে পতিত পাবন হেতু তব অবতার মো সম্ভব प्रभु न पाइबे आरो आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी कृपावरो कन करो यामी बरो दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तब कृपा बोले पाए चैतन्य निताय दया करो गदाधर प्रेमेर श्रीवास हरिदास मोरे कृपा करो आहा सनातन रूप रघुनाथ भट्ट जुग श्रीजीव प्रभु लोकनाथ श्रीवासो रामचंद्र संगमागे नरोत्तम दासो दया करो प्रभुपाद श्रीदयित दासो वैष्णवेरो कृपा मागे अधम दासो दया करो गुरुदेव पतित पावन श्री चरणे सेवा मागे पतित जन श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मोरे तोमा बिना के दयालु जगत सारे तोमा बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे सचिनंदन जय गौर हरि सचिनंदन जय गौर हरि जय सचिनंदन जय गौर हरि सचिनंदन जय गौर हरि गौर श्रीवास गौर श्रीवास गौर श्रीवास जय 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 गौर श्रीवास गौर हे 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 प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम श्री शचिनंदन गौर हरि की जय श्री श्रीवास ठाकुर की जय तृतीय तिरुभाव महामहोत्सव की जय The usual kirtan crew is not here, so I get to sing, lead Narad Muni Bajai Bina Radhika Ramana Name. Because Narada Muni manifested within Gaur Lila as Srivas Thakur. Page 182 by Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur. नारद मुनि बजाए बिना राधिका रमन नामे नारद मुनि बजाए बिना राधिका रमन नामे नाम उदित हो भक्त गीत सामे नामय मणि उदित हो भक्त गीत सामे नारद मुनि बाजाए बिना राधिका रमण बरिशे कान श्रवण जुगले गिया भक्त जन साखने नाचे भोरिया पन हिया নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে মাধুরীপুর আসব বসি মাতার জগত জনে কেহ বা কাঁদে কেহ বা নাচে কেহ মাতে মনে মনে নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে পঞ্চবদন নারদে ধরি প্রেমের সঘন কমলাসন নাচিয়া বলে বলো বলো হরি বলো কমলাসন নাচিয়া বলে বলো বলো হরি বলো নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে সহস্রানন পরম সুখে হরি হরি বলি গায় নাম প্রভাবে মাতিল বিশ্ব নাম রস সবে পায় নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে শ্রীকৃষ্ণ নাম রসনে স্ফুরি পুরালয়া মারো আশা শ্রীরূপ পদে যাচয় ইহা ভক্তি বিনোদ দাস শ্রীরূপ পদে যাচয় ইহা ভক্তি বিনোদ দাস নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে নাময়মনি উদিত হয় ভকত গীত সামে নাময়মনি উদিত হয় ভকত গীত সামে নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে নারদ মুনি বাজায় বীণা রাধিকার মন নামে যে রাধারমন যে রাধারমন যে রাধারমন যে রাধারমন যে রাধারমন যে রাধারমন রাধারমন যে রাধারমন রাধারমন যে রাধারমন রাধারমন যে রাধারমন যে যে রাধারমন যে যে রাধারমন রাধারমন যে যে রাধারমন श्री राधारमण जू की जय श्री नारद मुनि की जय श्री श्रीवास ठाकुर की जय. And because no one else is here to sing at the moment, I can sing the one I've been planning to sing for about 10 days now. Hari Bol Bol Ar Madan Mohan Hari Bol Bol for Krishna. by Srila Narottam Das Thakur. I think it's my favorite bhajan. Ah, 143. हरि बोल बोल आर मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. हरि बोल बोल आर मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. हरि बोल बोल आर मदन मोहन हेरी रूपे ब्रजेर पथे छालिब गो. रूपे ब्रजेर पथे छालिब गो. हरि बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. हरि बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. जाबो गो ब्रजेंद्र हबो गोपी पाएर नुपुर. जाबो गो ब्रजेंद्र हबो गोपी पाएर नुपुर. नुपुर होए रुनु झुनु बाजिब गो. नुपुर होए रुनु झुनु बाजिब गो. हरि बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. हरि बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. राधा कृष्णेर रूप माधुरी हेरी बधू नयन भरी. राधा कृष्णेर रूप माधुरी हेरी बधू नयन भरी. निकुंजेर द्वारी द्वारी रोहिब गो. निकुंजेर द्वारी द्वारी रोहिब गो. हरि बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. हरि बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. विभुतिरे विनोद खेला संगे तेरा खालेर मेला. तादेर चरণের ধুলা মাখিব গো. হরি बोल बोल आ मदन मोहन हेरी बो गो. তোমরা সবে ব্রজবাসী পুরা মনের অভিলাষী আর কবে কৃষ্ণের বংশী শুনিব গো, আর কবে কৃষ্ণের বংশী শুনিব গো। হরি বল বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। এ দেহ অন্তিম কালে রাখিব যমুনার জলে। এ দেহ অন্তিম কালে রাখিব যমুনার জলে। জয় রাধা গোবিন্দ বলে ভাসিব গো। জয় রাধা গোবিন্দ বলে ভাসিব গো। হরি বল বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। হরি বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। হে নরোত্তম দাস না পুরিল অভিলাষ। হে নরোত্তম দাস না পুরিল অভিলাষ। আর কবে ব্রজে বাস করিব গো। আর কবে ব্রজে বাস করিব গো। হরি বল বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। হরি বল বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। হে রূপে ব্রজের পথে চলিব গো। হে রূপে ব্রজের পথে চলিব গো। হরি বল বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। হরি বল বল মদন মোহন হেরিব গো। জয় রাধা মদন মোহন রাধা মদন মোহন রাধে রাধা। জয় রাধা গোবিন্দ রাধা গোবিন্দ রাধে। গোবিন্দ রাধা গোবিন্দ রাধে। জয় রাধা গোপীনাথ রাধা গোপীনাথ রাধে। রাধা গোপীনাথ রাধা। জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে জয় কৃষ্ণ জয় রাধে Jai Krishna. Jai Madan Mohan Ju, Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Ju ki Jai. Prabhuji, for Srimati Radhika.
Radha Krishna Prana.
Page 123 by Narottam Das Thakur.
Yugala Kishora.
Radha Krishna Prano Mora Jugala Kishora.
Radha Krishna
राधे जय कृष्ण ठाकुर नरोत्तम ठाकुर नरोत्तम ठाकुर नरोत्तम वृषभानुनंदनी श्रीमती राधा ठाकुरानी की
जय।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण
कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम राम
राम हरे हरे
ओ हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण
कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
जय राधा रमण हरि प्यारो राधा रमण हरि जय राधा रमण
जय जय राधा रमण हरि
जय राधा रमण हरि जय जय राधा रमण हरि राधा रमण हरि जय जय राधा रमण हरि जय जय राधा रमण हरि
जय जय राधा रमण हरि
हरि बोल हरि Gurudev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Rupanuga Gauriya Guruvarga ki jai, Shri Srivas Thakur ki jai, Tridiya Tirobha Maha Mahotsav ki jai, Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Radha Gopinath Ji ki jai, Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrind ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Do you know why I sang Radha Ramana Hari Bol? Because Narad Muni, Radhika Ramana naam hai. Gurave Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah Ajnanatimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Nama Om Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Shrimar Bhaktivedanta Narayaniti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanang pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate giring Yat kripatamaham vande Shri Gurung Dinatarinam. First of all, I offer my Dandavat Pranam thousands of times in the dust of the lotus feet of our beloved Srila Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishna Om Vishnupad, Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and the same thousands of Dandavat Pranam in the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishna Om Vishnupad, Ashtotara Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and to all of our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, and to all Vaishnavas, past, present, and future, including all who are physically present, that is Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and all of you who are virtually present, I offer my pranam. And especially on this day, the day of the anniversary of the disappearance of Srivas Thakur, I offer my Dandavat Pranam thousands of times in the dust of his lotus feet. So today I know there was a program in the morning in Hindi with translation from what I've understood. But anyhow, we can never run out of the requirement for hearing the glories of the pure devotees of the Lord. Today we are observing the anniversary of the disappearance of Srivas Thakur. Srivas Thakur. He's no ordinary devotee. He is the representative within the 5 essential truths, Panchatattva, of all devotees of the Lord. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Within this verse, really, this is describing one supreme transcendental personality. If you take all 5 truths as one supreme whole, that is Advai Gyan Paratattva. But when you're looking at the specialities of Advai Gyan Paratattva, the special aspects of that one supreme absolute truth, you can say that there are divisions. There is the original supreme personality of Godhead from whom all others manifest. Then there is his first manifestation. Then there's the other manifestations of that manifestation. There is also the Shakti. And then there is the Shakti in the form of the devotee. So altogether, within Panchatattva, you find Krishna Bhakta Rupa. Krishna has manifested in the form of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. And his Swarup has manifested Bhakta Swarup as Sri Nityananda Prabhu. If you see the Panchatattva, you have Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Sachinandan Gaur Hari in the middle. To his right side, which represents the Vishnu Tattvas, you have Nityananda Prabhu. And then you have Advaita Acharya. So Nityananda Prabhu is like a non-different manifestation of Krishna. As Narottam Das Thakur states, Brajendra Nandana Jay Sachi Sutta Hoilo She Balarama Hoilo Nitai. That self-same Brajendra Nandan Shyamasundar Krishna of Vrindavan has manifested in the form of Sachinandan Gaurahari. And that self-same Baladev Prabhu, who is not different from himself but only has the particular speciality of always endeavoring to serve the Lord through every particle of his existence and being, he is the existence potency, has manifested in the form of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And then his manifestation comes as Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu avatar Sri Advaita Chandra. So, from his right side you see all of the avatars. And from his left side you see the Shaktis. Actually, there's no difference between Shakti and Shakti Mator. Shakti Mator Abhed. There is no difference between them. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita it is stated, Radha Purna Shakti, Radha is the complete Shakti. Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Krishna is the complete possessor of all Shakti, all potency. Duivastu Bhedanai. Among these two transcendental substances, actually there is no difference. Shastra Paraman, according to all revealed scriptures. Just as there is no difference between fire and the heat of fire. When you say fire, it implies heat. It implies light. You cannot separate those qualities from fire. And in the same way that musk and the scent of musk are inseparable. This is told in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. In the same way that musk and the scent of musk are inseparable. If I tell you musk, it automatically implies the fragrance. Musk without the fragrance is what? It ceases to be that substance. It has no meaning. In the same way, there's no meaning to Krishna without Srimati Radhika, and there's no meaning to Srimati Radhika without Krishna. So, that Shakti is an intrinsic part of himself, but manifested in another form. As Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Hladinir Shaktir Asmad. For the purpose of the expression of transcendental love and the exchange of that love and affection, that one Supreme Lord, Shakti Matur, has manifested in two forms as Krishna and Srimati Radhika, for that exchange of transcendental love and affection. But again, they have come together in one form as Sri Sachinandan Gaurahari. So to the left side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you see who? Gaura Shakti. That is Sri Gadadhar Pandit. Namami Bhakta Shakti. He is Shakti in the form of a Bhakta. Srimati Radhika has manifested directly as Gadadhar Pandit. And what is her mood? She is the Adhishtatri Devata of Hladini. Her nature is to always serve Krishna in a way that gives him pleasure, bliss, and happiness. It is intrinsic within herself. So no matter what she does, that is what its intrinsic purpose is. And from that, the abode of love, in other words, the ocean of love by which Krishna is experiencing or enjoying taste. This manifests also as the devotees, whose nature and tendency specifically it is to give pleasure and happiness and service to Krishna. Hence, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Jivere Surupa hoy, Krishner Nitya Das. All jivas is that they are all eternal servants of Krishna. And the nature of all servants is to serve the master, not according to their own desire, but according to what will be pleasing to the master. That is the definition of seva. What is pleasurable, what is giving happiness, and what is beneficial for the object of one's love and affection. And so, the devotee, not just directly the Shakti is represented as Gadadhar Pandit, but the Bhakta is represented in the form of Srivas Thakur of the Panchatattva, who are considered ontologically, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada used these words, ontologically not different, but for the purpose of Leela, they are manifested in these different forms. So we should understand that as the primary devotee, this personality is the Guru of all, Srivas Thakur, teaching all how to love and serve the Lord in so many different ways. And we find that this is true because Srivas Thakur is no ordinary personality. Like Krishna and like Baladev Prabhu, he is present within all rasas. We cannot say that for every jiva, but that personality is present within all rasas. The most famous personality that we know who is present within all of the pastimes of the Lord, in Ramayana, in Dwarka, also going to Vrindavan, in Vaikuntha always, in all different pastimes, as well as in Braj itself. Narad Muni, Narad Rishi. In his form within Gaur Leela, he is Srivas Thakur. So Narad Muni is present in Vrindavan eternally as Krishna's Sakha, Madhumangal, and also in a gopi form. Does anyone know the name of the gopi form? Naradiya Sakhi. If you go to Narad Kund at Govardhan, we know that Narad Muni performed pastimes or austerities for a very, very long time in that place. For what purpose? To become a gopi. And by Purnamasi Yogamaya, he was dipped into Kusum Sarovar. And not only did he come out with the form of a gopi, but he also had the bhav of a gopi. So he's serving in every pastime. As Madhumangal in Krishna Leela, Madhumangal is a Priya Narma Sakha of Krishna. So near and dear to Krishna that he is also able to serve within Krishna's very intimate pastimes with the gopis. So he is aware of these pastimes, as we know of in the case of Prem Sarovar Leela. Srimati Radhika was sitting on the lap of Krishna, and that bumblebee came, mistaking her lotus feet and her face as a lotus flower. And Krishna signaled to who? To chase that bumblebee away. To Madhumangal. Madhumangal took a stick and chased that bumblebee far away. And then he came back and said, I have chased that Madhusudan very far away and he will never return. So he was witness to Radha and Krishna's loving exchange. So he's no ordinary Sakha either. Very near and dear, intimate associate of Krishna. And we see him in all of the pastimes of Sri Ramachandra, the pastimes of Narasimha Bhagavan, the pastimes of Krishna in Mathura, the pastimes of Krishna in Dwarka. He is present everywhere. And within the pastimes of Krishna as Sachinandan Gaurahari, he is Srivas Thakur. Whenever this day would come, Srila Gurudev would also speak extensively about Narad Muni. That's why I'm speaking about Narad Muni. Because Gurudev would never do anything for no reason. He's linking all of it together. That this personality is a very important personality. In fact, that Narada Muni is the eternal associate of Krishna. But Krishna wanted him to participate in his pastimes within this material world. The pastimes are always within the transcendental realm, but he wanted him to participate within this realm. So he arranged that that same Supreme Personality would also manifest from the throat of the firstborn being within this material universe. That is Lord Brahma. Narada Muni manifested from his throat. What is the throat used for? Madhukanta, Snigdhakanta. It is utilized for glorifying the Lord in such sweet and melodious ways. So this Narada Muni manifested from the throat of Brahma. And Narada Muni is even the guru of Vyasadeva, who is the guru of everyone. So imagine his qualification. So Srila Gurudev said from his inception, immediately, Narada Muni would only sing the glories of the Lord, always chanting. Narada Muni bajai vina, with his playing on his vina, Radhika Ramana Name, always singing the holy names of Radhika and Raman. And he had no attachment to anything of this world. He saw that his older brothers, they're always in the form of very young boys, the four Kumaras, did not want to become bound in any material relationships or attachments, so they maintained themselves as brahmacharis. Immediately he disobeyed the order of Brahma and began to follow them. Brahma cursed him. So he took birth in the heavenly planets, but still he did not become bound. And then it was time to dance for Brahma as a heavenly person, and he danced in a very bad way. So Brahma cursed him to take birth in a Shudra family, from a Shudrani, and that time he was able to receive the association of the four Kumaras, hearing the glories of the Lord, and very quickly, within a few months of that association, he was able to have a quick darshan of Sriman Narayan. So this Narad Muni has taken birth within Gaur Leela as Srivas Thakur. And Srivas Thakur was very, very near and dear to Sri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very special. More dear to him than even Lakshmi Devi, if we can imagine this. Srivas Thakur and his brothers were devotees of the Lord from the beginning, always chanting the holy names of the Lord. Srila Gurudev said, all night kirtan with very large kartals. So for those of us who have a problem with the loudness of kirtan, that kirtan was really, really loud. And it was disturbing to so many of the neighbors. So many persons thought, if these people are doing this kind of loud kirtan, then the Muslim rulers will come and also create disturbance for us. So let's let them be the scapegoat. We'll tell the Muslim rulers that they're creating problems. So many times they would threaten Srivas. Just be quiet. Don't sing like this. You think you're better than us. They were always creating problems for him. But never mind, he continued to chant the holy names of the Lord without cessation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very fond of this. In fact, when Sachinandan Gaur Hari was much younger, he was a big, big pundit. And at that time, he used to always argue with all of the associates of his within Navadvip Dham and Mayapur Dham. They used to go to the other side of the street to avoid his arguments because they were always based on mundane logic. Although they loved to see him and interact with him, still they could never win because he's Nimai Pandit and he's Bhagavan. So they would always just bless him. May you become a pure devotee of Krishna. And when Srivas Thakur told this to Sachinandan Gaur Hari, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if you became a pure devotee of Krishna? What is the purpose of any kind of learning? What is the use of all one's knowledge if they do not utilize it in developing bhakti for Krishna? As Srimad Bhagavatam says, this human form of life is very, very short. And it is also extremely rare. But until this human form of life is no longer able to be sustained, meaning the soul and the body cannot remain together, until that time one must utilize every moment in the endeavor for perfection. And perfection means awakening one's relationship with Bhagavan. So Srivas Thakur told this to Sachinandan Gaur Hari, that what is the use of all of your education if it does not bring about devotion to the Lord? So I pray for you that you will become a pure devotee of the Lord. Sachinandan Gaur Hari said, for sure, because of your prayer, one day it must be. So Srivas Thakur had this kind of devotion to the Lord, that even the Lord himself, who wanted to play the role of a logician, accepted the blessing of Srivas Thakur and consented that yes, your prayer will certainly come true. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinandan Gaur Hari, because he wasn't known as Mahaprabhu until after he took sannyas, but he's always Mahaprabhu. But Sachinandan Gaur Hari would always perform his special kirtans within the home of Srivas Thakur. This is no ordinary kirtan. It was a closed kirtan. You know, in general, you'll say that everyone's welcome to every kirtan. But not everyone is welcome to hear every kind of Harikatha. If Srila Gurudev is telling very, very specific, deep teachings of bhajan, so let's say based on Vilap Kusumanjali, he's not going to just tell those publicly to everyone. He will tell them in a private darshan to those persons who are very, very sincere, who are really endeavoring in bhajan. Not everything is meant to be told publicly. Or Geet Govinda, you're not going to just tell it publicly. You will tell it very carefully to those who are sincere. So not all Harikatha is considered the same in terms of the qualification of those who can take it. And also not all Kirtan is considered the same. Many years ago, we wanted to sing for Gurudev, Dekite, Dekite. And he was like, okay, but in general, these kind of bhajans, they should be sung as your private bhajan, not in public. So we have them in the songbook, but it doesn't mean that it's just meant for the public. So in the same way, the kirtans of Sachinandan Gaur Hari at Srivasangam were not open to the public. The public kirtan through the streets, Nagar Sankirtan, that was public. But then there was private kirtan within the home of Srivas Thakur. And not everyone was welcome because it would create a disturbance in the mood. Just as the gopis did not feel right when Gopishwar Mahadev was sitting in the bushes, hiding in the bushes, wanting to witness the Ras Leela. In the same way, Sachinandan Gaur Hari Mahaprabhu did not feel the normal exaltation if some other mood was present within Srivasangam. One time, Srivas's mother-in-law, she wanted to witness the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So she hid in a corner, hoping to be able to see it. But Mahaprabhu was saying, I don't feel right. Something is off. Then Srivas began searching everywhere and he found her. What are you doing here? You don't gain the qualification for entrance into Gaura Hari's Kirtan by trying to sneak in. This is not the way. And he escorted her out by her hair. You should leave. You're disturbing Mahaprabhu's Kirtan. Another time, there was one ascetic who was very, very sattvic. And he was doing intense austerity, only taking milk. Only a little bit of milk every day. And so he told Srivas of his austerity, of his vrat, and he asked for entrance into this kirtan of Sachinandan Gaur Hari. So Srivas Thakur consented, he allowed him in. And again, Mahaprabhu was not feeling it. What is this disturbing mood in this environment that I am not feeling the same exaltation as usual? And Srivas said, well, there's one person that I allowed in. But he's very sattvic, and he's also got a very powerful vrat. He only takes a little bit of milk every day. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sachinandan Gaur Hari said, this is not the qualification for entrance into Ras or Leela. Just because someone can drink a little bit of milk every day. This is some external thing. This does not give one qualification. Millions of lifetimes, actually he basically told this, Janma Koti Shukritaya Nalabhyate. Millions of lifetimes of doing all kinds of things and vrats and philanthropic works. This does not give one qualification for entrance into Krishna Bhakti Ras. And that's what that kirtan was. It is kirtan ras. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, this is no qualification. But that person who was drinking milk, he fell at the feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he begged him for his mercy. Mahaprabhu placed his lotus feet upon the head of this personality. And that personality, he told him, he gave him the instruction that if one is doing any kind of vrat, they should not do it by trying to gain pratishta from others through this process. Otherwise, what is the use? As Mahaprabhu has told, Trinarapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Not for pratishta. Raghunath Das Goswami says this desire for pratishta asha svapacharamani me hridinatet. It is like a dog-eating, outcast prostitute, running here and there to anyone who will give a little bit to them. How did I do? Give me something, give me some money, give me some name, give me some fame. Always searching for this kind of thing. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him this instruction, and by this, of course, his heart was purified. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he had a very, very near and dear relationship with so much mamata to Srivas Thakur. Understanding that Srivas Thakur is mine. So he understood, he is my devotee. Once someone tried to discredit Srivas Thakur, by putting some flowers and some paraphernalia, puja paraphernalia for Bhavani outside his door, making it look like he was a Shakta, although everyone knew he is a Vaishnava, that he is serving Krishna. To do such a thing, to try to falsely criticize someone or to try to set them up for something else so that others will criticize them, this is a very, very terrible aparad. And even in the bhajan by Sri Narottam Das Thakur, Ebara Kurunak or Vaishnava Gosai, Hari Sthane Aparade Tare Harinam. If you commit offenses to the lotus feet of the Lord, by Harinam, those aparads can be removed. But to the pure devotees of the Lord, Tomasthane aparadhe nahi koera. Tomasthane aparadhe nahi koera. If you offend my devotees, there is no way to remove that aparad. Very powerful, very dangerous thing. Why? Because Govinda Kohena, Krishna says, Mama Vaishnava Paran. My devotee is my life and soul. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had this kind of possessive mood towards Srivas Thakur. And seeing that or understanding who had done this, it was someone named Chapala Gopal or Gopal Chapala. He immediately, because of this aparad to Srivas Thakur, developed leprosy. Do you know leprosy? It basically your limbs just start melting off. It's considered a disease of the flesh, maybe due to any kind of bacterial infection or anything like that, but it is a pretty horrific disease. And it is due to aparad. Whether it happens in this life or from any other lifetime, any aparad that we have made, the result can be this kind of terrible skin disease. So, this Chapala Gopal had severely offended Srivas Thakur in the eyes of Sachinandan Gaurahari. After some time, he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begging for forgiveness. Please bless me that this disease will go away. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, very angrily told him, that you have offended my dear devotee Srivas. Srivas wasn't offended. When Srivas came out of his house, he saw all of this paraphernalia in front of his door, and he said, Oh, today it has been discovered that actually I am a Shakta, I am a worshipper of Bhavani. How wonderful. He didn't take any offense because this is the nature of the Vaishnava. But if anyone offends a Vaishnava, the Lord himself personally takes offense. So Sachinandan Gaurahari took offense and very angrily he told this Gopal Chapala or Chapala Gopal that because you have offended my devotee for millions of births, you will have to have this kind of disease where all of this is coming like that. Gopal fell at the feet of Mahaprabhu, please tell me how I can become rid of this offense. He said, only if you go to that person you have offended and you beg forgiveness from them, then this disease can be removed. So Gopal Chapala went to the lotus feet of Srivas Thakur and repented deeply and desperately for the offense that he had committed. And as a result, very soon, all of those symptoms of leprosy had disappeared and he became like pure again. So Srivas Thakur is so dear to Mahaprabhu. One of the first things I read today was very interesting. Because so many reports had gone to the Muslim ruler, or at least threats to report to the Muslim rulers, the Chand Qazi, had come to the ears of Srivas Thakur. Oh, we're going to tell on you, they're going to come, they're going to basically chastise you, they're going to do this to you and that. It is said that he became anxious, so he started worshipping Narasinghadev, Shalagram. And in deep anxiety, he was worshipping Narasinghadev Shalagram. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat states that Sachinandan Gaurahari came and burst the door open of Srivas's place. And he said, who are you worshipping? What are you doing? Don't you know that that self-same personality that you are worshipping is standing here in front of you now? And he sat down on the dais in that special form, Virasan. You've seen that and manifested as Narasinghadev Bhagavan to Srivas Thakur, showing that I am that self-same personality that you are worshipping. You don't need to worry about anything else. I will take care of everything. No one will create any disturbance for you, and I will make sure that anyone creates disturbance is vanquished. You don't worry, continue your Harinam Sankirtan. And yet, from time to time, some disturbances would come. It wasn't the Muslims who were complaining only about the kirtan within Sriva Sangam. It was the Smarta Brahmins. It seems that the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition is replete or full of these kinds of difficulties. You see it from the time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srivas Thakur, then you see it within the Narottam Das Thakur, within Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, our whole lineage. You see that there's so much opposition from so many who are attached to their bodily conception of life, thinking that I am this or I am that, because I was born in such a family. But this is not really the truth of who I am. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Rai Ramananda when they were discussing the ultimate goal of life, the first verse that Rai Ramananda quoted was the verse about Varnashram. And Mahaprabhu immediately said, no, this is external. It's only necessary inasmuch as it keeps one focused on the goal, which is to awaken loving service of Krishna. But it is external because that bodily designation is temporary. It is not the soul itself. So many were trying to create problems for Srivas Thakur. Once upon a time, a report went to the Chand Kazi. And the Chand Kazi had come, along with so many guards, to that place. I want to tell one thing before that. It was within the Srivas Angam, within the courtyard, or within the home of Srivas Thakur, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested the Mahaprakash for 21 hours, showing that I am the Supreme Lord to all of the personalities. And he was giving everyone blessings. Does anyone know the blessing he gave to Srivas Thakur? Do you remember what he told him? When the Muslims were coming to attack, and you were afraid, and you ran to the banks of the Ganga, hoping to get away, there was a boatman, was there not? He said, yes. He said, that was me. I manifested as your boatman and brought you to safety. So Sachinandan Gaurahari was acknowledging these things. At that time, I don't have much time left. I have to tell one very important Leela. Where was I? I was telling about, Chand Kazi. So the Chand Kazi came and broke the mridanga at Srivas Sangam of Srivas Thakur, or of that kirtan. That's when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became quite upset and angry and organized a 100,000 devotee kirtan party, all carrying torches. This means a big stick wrapped in cloth, dipped in kerosene and on fire. If you can imagine 100,000 people storming your castle with that kind of might, it would be quite frightening. So they all went to the garden of Chand Kazi and they completely smashed it because, 100,000 devotees of Bengal walking all over the garden. One particular personality, Murari Gupta, who in Ram Leela is Hanuman, really wanted to destroy everything, but Mahaprabhu told him to calm down. And then Mahaprabhu had his conversation with Chand Kazi, who promised that he himself and all of those in his family from that time on would never eat the flesh of cows, and they would not stop the Sankirtan party. It's from that time onward. So Gurudev said that because of that mood, he had actually had a darshan also of Narasimha Bhagavan, who scratched his chest in the night. But because of that promise, Gurudev said they became like Vaishnavas or like Hindus or something like that. Srivas Thakur, his mood was so dedicated to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that no matter what, he did not want any disturbance coming to Mahaprabhu. This is the nature of pure love and devotion. Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam. For his happiness, for his pleasure, and for his benefit. At my own expense. Whatever it is that's going on with me in my life does not matter as long as my Lord is happy. So it so happened that during one of these Maharasa Sankirtans taking place within Srivasangam, suddenly all of the women of the house began to weep loudly. They began to cry and wail. Srivas was wondering, what's going on? This is going to disturb Mahaprabhu's mood, his internal mood as he's dancing and chanting the holy names of the Lord. And he went to ask, and they said, oh, your son, 10 years old, has just suddenly departed from this world. Srivas Thakur said, if any of you make noise enough that it's going to disturb the kirtan of Mahaprabhu, I personally will go and drown myself in the Ganga. So they all had to be very quiet. And then Srivas went back to attend to the Lord who was relishing kirtan ras. After some time, it is said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was wondering, there's some shift in the mood here, what's going on? And one devotee told him, oh, the son of Srivas Thakur has just departed. He only had one son. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why didn't anyone tell me? Immediately he went to that place where the son, Shri Shri Radha Govinda Ki Jai, the son of Srivas Thakur was. That dead body there. Mahaprabhu said, what are you doing? Wake up, get up. Why did you leave? And immediately the boy got up, although he had been dead. He told, I'm very happy where I am, what I am doing. Why have I been called back here? He said, your parents and your family were worried for you. He said, which parents? Just like in the history of Chitraketu Maharaj and his son, the son of Srivas Thakur told the same katha, basically. Which parents? I've had thousands and millions of parents, and I myself have been the parent of thousands and millions. Why did you leave? It was my time to go. Well, what are you doing? Why don't you want to return? He said, I have very important business where I am. I'm very happy where I am. So the question came to Srila Gurudev, what can be more than the kirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Srila Gurudev said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is encouraging all to worship and serve Shri Shri Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. Braje Radha Krishna Manasa Seva Koribe. One should always chant the holy names of Krishna. The goal of serving Sachinandan Gaurahari is to attain shelter of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. As Narottam Das Thakur has said, Gaur Prema Rasarnave Se Tarange Jevarube Se Radha Madhava Antaranga. Diving deep into the Ganga at Nirdoi Ghat or anywhere in Navadvip Dham, one will rise in the Jamuna into the association of Shri Shri Radhika and Madhava. So Srila Gurudev said it must be that he was experiencing something which would be the goal of his service to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which would be the service of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna in Braj. So after the family heard what this boy had to say, their son, then they were very satisfied and happy that he said, please allow me to go back to what I was doing. So they said, okay, you go back. They were very happy. And then Mahaprabhu asked to his mother, aren't you going to feel separation? She said to Mahaprabhu, you are my son. So I have no loss. As long as you are present in my life, everything is okay. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was impressed and amazed at the ekantik bhav, the one-pointed mood of seva that Srivas Thakur had. Once upon a time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Srivas Thakur, you should beg or somehow get a job to arrange for some maintenance for yourself. You're only doing kirtan 24 hours a day. How are you able to maintain? So Mahaprabhu gave him this instruction. Srivas Thakur laughed and he's 3 times. Mahaprabhu said, what is that? He said, the 3 claps represent, if on the first day, Krishna does not maintain us, there is no food. If on the second day, there is no food, no prasad, Krishna does not maintain us. If on the 3rd day, Krishna does not maintain us, then I myself with all of my family, we will go and we will end our lives in the Ganga. Why would he say something like that? What is the definition of Shraddha? Shraddha shabde vishwas ko hai, sudrita nishchay, Krishna bhakti ko hai, sarva karma krita hoy. If one is actually engaging in bhakti, devotion to Krishna, and in this Kali Yuga we all know that Nam Kirtan is the topmost, the highest thing. Sarvashreshta Tar madhye sarva shrestha nama sankirtan, Mahaprabhu says. Among all the processes of bhakti, tar madhye sarva shrestha, the topmost and best is nama sankirtan. Srivas Thakur had this firm conviction that Krishna, if one is engaging in devotional service to Krishna, automatically everything, all obligations will be taken care of. There is nothing else to do, Baba, nothing to do, as Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj would say. Nothing to do. In other words, Krishna will maintain everything. He is my protector. He is my maintainer. Why do I need to do some separate endeavor? So Srivas Thakur mentioned it like this, showed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu his extreme conviction in the words of Shastra and his dedication to bhakti in the form of Harinama Sankirtan. At that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, it may be that even Lakshmi Devi herself may have to beg. She's the source of all wealth. She may have to beg, but Srivas Thakur will never have want for anything. Means he will never be without whatever he needs. Now Krishna guarantees this in Bhagavad Gita. Ananyas chintayanto mam. Whoever is worshipping me and thinking of me one-pointed, ye jana pariyupasate, tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. For them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Now it is time for Arti. Shri Srivas Thakur ki jai. Tadiya Tirobha Maha Mahotsava ki jai. Shri Gurudev ki jai. Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Just so you all know, tomorrow is Yogini Ekadashi. So don't forget, we must observe and follow Ekadashi. This is one of the prominent limbs of Bhakti. Jai.